Okay, so we are now going to embark on step 8. Um, I had to leave for a second, so I'm basically starting on a new terminal, but that shouldn't make any difference for you. We're both switching into the OpenSurf user. Now I'm the OpenSurf, and we need to copy 2 files from the template as new files. And control those, paste those. Okay, so we've got both of those copied and pasted. Now we need to move into the directory where we just placed those files. And then we need to let Linux know that we would like to edit that first file as sudo. Okay, and put it right here, I guess. So this is exactly the same as we're entering the 4 eJabber passwords that we did in OpenSurf. It's exactly the same, and it's exactly the same amount of fun, but we do have to do it. So search for username. So the username here is OpenSurf, and the domain is private, so it will be OpenSurf private. Search for the next. I'll make this bigger to make this more obvious. Let's see what's going on here. You can't see it here, but we know the username is OpenSurf, but which domain are we? The domain is public. So go back in and change this to OpenSurf public. Find the next. Next is username router, and the domain is sorry, I got a little confused there. So we're no longer looking for domain, and instead we're looking for server. So username is router, and server is public. Find the next, and username is router, and server is privet. Okay, so just make sure that's all we had to do over here. Save, close. Okay, I needed to pause there for a second because I saw this error message associated with gedit, but I don't know. I'm not sure what it means. It seems to have saved all of the 4 passwords I just put in, and everything seems to be working fine. So we'll just proceed as if everything is great. I think we can include step 9 in this screencast, so let's keep going. It wants us to be the root, so we just log out. Oh, I never was root, so it reverts back to user. So for me, I'm going to need to actually type in sudo su again. Should just be good enough to type in exit for you. But anyway, then we will change our directory to be in the very hospitable evergreen directory, and we'll do a little make file. Okay, so that was fine. Now it says for a standalone server, install the following Perl modules, and that's what I'm going to assume we all are using. So I'm going to just grab these all at once. I think that's okay, and it should go. Yeah. So then it's kind of funny because it runs all of them except for the very last one. And then when it gets to that, just hit return, and then we should be good with all of those. And then skip the Fedora part. And now we actually have to create a new user. Much like we created OpenSurf, we must create an evergreen user. So we switch over to this Postgres user, which apparently already exists. And then we create another user called evergreen. Password is going to definitely, oh boy, be evergreen for me. Okay. Okay, and here comes some fun. We had to put all this stuff in here. Sorry, who do we need to be? Give me 1 second. Alright, so it asks us to revert back to root and be in the evergreen folder, which we already are, so that's good. And then I'm just going to run these one at a time. Okay, and just copy and paste them at first. And then here, inside of the braces, angled braces, we'll have to actually put in some information. So, so for my user and password, I'm just going to use, well, the user is definitely evergreen, and whatever you set your password to just a second ago, which mine is also evergreen. And the host name is going to be localhost. And the port is 5432. Return. And then set up your administrative rights. Control V. And what should we be? The database name is evergreen. My admin user is going to be called admin. And his or her password will also be admin. Again, this is a demo. Okay, this might run for a little while. And if it wrote all of those wonderful SQL tables, then you know you're in the know, you're good. So ending here, and the next will be the final steps of starting and testing evergreen.